Inspire.
Omulabi waffe omulungi nkwaniriza nate ku programu yaffe eya Inspire. Ndi musanyufu okutegeeza nti ne wiiki eno nsobodde okufunira omukyalo ow'enjawulo agenda okuba ng'agabana naawe emboozi ye gyenzikiriza nti egenda kukyusa obulamu bwo, obeeko ky'oyigirako naawe oba oliawo obeeko kye weetandikirawo mu bulamu bwo. Nkwaniriza ku Spark TV programu ya Inspire era ng'ogikutuusaako nze Shira Nakayemba.
Inspire.
Weewaawo olwaleero omukyala gwe nkuleetedde ye Christine Joy ayina kampani eyiye ku lulwe gye yatandikawo omwana wattu ng'akyasoma. Eno kampani eyamba okulongoosa amayumba, okudisinfectinga naddala okutta obuwuka mu mayumba n'ebintu ebirala bingi. Yasinga okumanya bye bakola era leero agenda kuba atubuulira emboozi ye. Christine, nkwaniriza ku Inspire.
Nzasinze.
Gano omulabi waffe njagala okutegeeza nti Christine ono oluganda lwe lutonotono, kale no ebiseera ebisinga tujja kuba tweyambisa olulimi Olungereza. So Christine, tubuulire, Christine yani?
Christine is a student. I'm a third-year student in Macquarie University Business School. And I also run some businesses. Tulina cleaning business, tulongosa mayumba, we babysit, we also offer catering services, and we also disinfect for COVID. Then tulina yone grocery shopping to help people wanga tulimu lockdown. So we buy things and deliver to your house like Irishes, matoke, any foodstuffs.
So gambye company bagiyita batya?
Company ya cleaning bagiyita Sijom Solutions. Then the grocery shopping, we're just doing it as a side hustle. It's not registered.
So I find this thing, cleaning and everything, a unique idea. How did you come up with this idea?
To be honest, it was, I don't know if I should call it a calling, because it's not something that I saw myself doing. I always wanted to actually be a journalist. Yeah, but then I ended up at Macquarie University Business School, and I was working a full-time job. But when I stopped working the full-time job, I just one day woke up in the morning and said, maybe what can I do?
So you started this while at campus?
Yes, I was at campus.
In your first year?
In my second year, first semester, yeah. So I decided, you know what, I can do cleaning. So I went on my social media and I shared that I do this, and then I got my first client.
Seriously, why cleaning? Like,
yeah, as I said, I think
like
it's a
thinking
calling.
Outside the box.
Yeah,
like,
it's a calling because there's so many things I could have done. And
is it that you really like doing chores at home?
I don't like disorganized things. Yeah, so maybe I thought people don't like it too, so I can help them put their things together. Yeah, it was just a calling, to be honest. I think it's a calling. Yeah, because I have no genuine reason.
I must say it's such a good calling.
It is.
And a unique one.
It is.
So where did you start from?
So my first client actually stayed in Bokoto. He called me,
okay, as in after quitting your job, what happened next?
So I was at campus and I was spending the whole day at campus, really not doing so much. So I thought I could get something to do. Yeah, and when I posted on my social medias, I got my first 2 clients, went and worked on one on Saturday, and went and worked on another on Sunday. So that's when I realized that this is something that can actually earn money.
So posting on social media, did you have like did you buy like everything to use, like prepare yourself for this?
I didn't. When I was starting, I started using my clients' things. So I would just tell him, maybe I'm going to charge you 30,000. Please buy Vim and maybe all those other things to use to clean, buy detergent and soap for your clothes. and I'm going to use maybe green scrubs for this. So they would do some shopping and then I would get there and clean. So that's how I began. And I didn't have things, I would just incur transport costs. So I didn't really have startup capital, to be honest.
So
yes, I didn't have any startup capital. I started with,
apart from your data.
Yeah, I started with data of like 1,000 and a border of about 2,500, and that was it. Yeah.
So you posted on social media?
Yeah, I posted on social media.
You got
my
a client?
first client. I started.
Where was this client?
Bukoto. So I was coming from Makerere University Business School to Bukoto. The second one was in Buya. So they were all close to me. I didn't incur so many costs. It was quite interesting.
Tell us your experience of the first job.
My first work was extremely hectic, and I actually learned on job. So I was just outdoing myself to make sure I've done every single thing that maybe someone could feel like their money was worth the pay. Yeah. So it was really hectic, to be honest. Because when you're doing housework in your home, you can, when you get tired, you can really leave the bedroom for the next day. But when someone has hired you and you're cleaning maybe a one-bedroom house, you have to clean every single thing.
So was this a full house, like a one-bedroom, two-bedroom?
It was a one-bedroom house, so I had to clean the bedroom, kitchen, sitting room, outside, bathroom, everything. Every single thing.
Involving even the doing laundry, or?
No, the laundry wasn't there. But so the first time it was just cleaning. Even the second time, even the third time, the laundry came in maybe on my 6th client, and it was extremely hectic because I had to do her laundry and she had about 2 laundry baskets and had to still clean a 2-bedroom house. So I think after that experience is when I decided I need to take up more people. And I felt like hiring university students would be better, because I knew that they were also maybe at hostel, bored, doing nothing, yet they could actually use some extra money. So that's how the taking up more people came in. It was extremely hectic alone. So I took in the first people. There were 30. There were so many. It was a mistake.
30 people?
Yes. I took up 30 students, and they were very hard to manage, very hard to supervise. And with time, I kept having to drop one by one. They were not trained. Some were going and making mistakes. Others were actually reaching in the job and realized it's something they can't do. It's really hectic. So at the end of the day, I stayed with about 12, which were at least manageable. And on that group of 12, I still have like 5 who have persevered for the past 2 years and stayed with me. So it's really amazing, and I'm so grateful because it's them that have actually built this thing.
Wow, I think this story is interesting. Gweno mulabi waffe nkimanyi Olungereza oba ebimu tobifunye, naye njaga okutegeeza nti Christine Joy ono yali atudde awo n'alowooza n'agamba, naye lwaki sitandikawo kintu okubeera nga ngenda mu mayumba g'abantu ne mbalongooseza, oba oli awo ne nfunayo ssente. Mwenna abalala mukirabanga omulimu ogwa bulijjo oba omulimu ogw'okuyisaamu amaaso okulongoosa amayumba g'abantu, naye ye yakirabamu omukisa n'amanya nti wentambula nenva wano nengenda mu nnyumba nenjirongoosa nsobola okwefuniramu ensimbi. Ate Christine teyakoma awo, n'afuna ne banne be yali asoma nabo basobole okubeera nga bamweyungako. Nga bwe nkugambye nti guno omulimu si mwangu, atugambye nti abantu abamu bamwejjako olw'okulaba nti omulimu guno oluusi gwali tegutuukagana na standard zaabwe, naye era abalala atugambye ku bantu 30 be yatandika nabo 5 bakyali naye ate era alina abapya abalala. So Christine, sente zaali mmeka ze bakusasula mu mulimu gwo ogwasooka?
Ogwasooka gwali 30,000. Then the second one was 40,000 Uganda shillings. Then ogwokusatu gwali 60. Yes, because amayumba gali like different sizes. So the 60 was bigger.
Did you find this fair? Had you thought about the money? Nogamba nti zino sente zijja mulimu guno, oba after doing it you realized it was actually little, or it was?
When I started, I actually thought I was making them pay so much money. I was like, if someone is paying me 30,000 every weekend, they're spending about 120,000 almost, if they are paying also laundry. So I felt like it was a lot of money, and the reason why I thought that is because Ugandans were exploiting our maids. Baba Sasula about 40 to 50,000 for a whole month. And those maids work every single day, and they clean, they take care of the children, they do the shopping, they do the laundry, they do a lot of work. Ne Baba Sasula only 40 to 50,000. So when I was asking for 30, 40, 60 for one day, I honestly felt like it was too much. And also the fact that nali nkozesa products zabwe, I felt like it's a little bit of too much money. But I was incurring costs of transport, and I was using border borders.
But for them, how did they?
They were okay with it. No one was complaining. No one had ever said maybe it's too much money. Apart from one who was picking me, he would pick me, I clean, he drops me. So he was saying I should reduce the price because I don't have to incur transport costs. So that was the only maybe encounter I had that felt like, okay, I need to reduce. But otherwise, I felt like I was asking for so much money. But later on, when I grew, the company, we started taking machines, twinner vacuum cleaners.
So, after getting that money, how did you invest it?
At first, I didn't invest it because it wasn't so much money. But now my parents knew that I had work. So they were not sending in as much upkeep as before. But also, I had a job before. I was working as a receptionist somewhere. So since my Form 4 vacation, I've always been like self-employed. Okay, not self-employed, but I've always been employed. So the self-employed started in 2019. Yeah, so I really had to use the money. Yeah, food, you know, you're at campus. You're not going to beg for everything. Your friend has a birthday, maybe you need to spend about 15 to 30,000.
So after how long did you decide to get other people to help you?
After like a month, to be honest. After a month, I started getting so many clients. Everyone wants to clean on Saturday. You have 3 people. A house takes about 4 hours or even 5. If you have laundry, 6 to 7. So you can't clean for 2 people. You're going to be very tired. So after 4 weekends, I really couldn't do it anymore alone. So I took up a few people who now I would send one person to Muyenga, another one to Bukoto, another one to Ntinda. Then I'd go to maybe my client in Maya, something like that. So I would deploy some people and then do where I can. So that's how it really started. Yeah, it was quite interesting. Yeah.
So like oluvanyuma lw'okubeera n'abantu abo lw'okubafuna, I'm wondering how were people able to get you? Like, were you still using your personal accounts, or you created something?
Yes, like after 2 months.
How were you able to get more clients and all that?
After 2 months, I opened up a social media page for the cleaning
So
company.
meaning you got people before getting a social media
Yes,
account?
I was using my personal social media account, and it's what I still use. Because, okay, I was using social media, and I want to believe I'm good at social media. I'm good at growing my numbers. So it was growing. By then I had about just 2,000 followers. But after posting my work, and I believe people were inspired, so I got a very big following. Yeah, my page was recently suspended, but I was going to make 60,000 followers. So in those numbers, there are potential clients. I just used to post, I do laundry, and people say how much I tell them. They call me, and then they refer me to other people, and then I get opportunities like Spark TV that like does a story on me, and then people just feel inspired, and then they call me up and they say you can come and do the
I
work.
actually got your number from a friend. He's called Silas, and when he told me what you do, I was really inspired, and I thought my audience would also be inspired. Kansubire muina kye muyiga mu mboozi ya Christine Joy. Gweno omulabi waffe njagala okukusaba nsooke nkuwumuzeemu nate ate bwe tukomawo tweyongereyo tulabe bizinesi eno ekola etya, bantu babayisa batya, kubanga tulabye abantu abakozi mubayisa bubi ewaka, abantu abamu temwagala kubasasula bulungi, naye kati ate kiba nti mugenda kusasula abantu abajja okubalongooseza ewaka, mujja bayisa mutya? Nze Shira Nakayemba kansoke mpumulemu ate tukomewo tweyongereyo ne sheno mu maaso.
Inspire. Inspire.
omulabi waffe gwano omulabi waffe programu eno eya Inspire egendereddwamu kubeera ng'ekyusa obulamu bwo obeereko ne ky'oyigira ku bakyala bano benkuleetera abagabana emboozi zaabwe naawe obeeko kye weeyigirako obeeko naawe oba oli awo kye weetandikirawo mu bulamu bwo. Nga sinneeyongera mu maaso njagala okubuuza gwe social media yo ogikozesa otya? Christine Joy yapositinga post emu n'asobola okufuna client eyasooka era client oyo yamuwa emitwalo 3 naye yali ataddemu mmeka? G'otuddeeyo olinze capital naye tolabye bintu bikwetoolodde mw'oyinza kutandikira kubeera ng'ofunamu akasente. Wenkujjukiririza nti nno gwakozesa social media baako okugikozesa obeeko naawe kye weefuniramu osobola okutandikawo business osobola okukola ekintu kyonna okusikiriza abantu abalala abakwetooledde oba abakugoberera ku social media okwo kwe kuli abantu nno baklayant bo abalindiridde okuwagira mu bizinesi yonna gy'ogenda okutandika. Njagala tweyongerayo n'emboozi y'omukyala Christine abadde atunyumiza engeri gye yakozesa social media ye okutandikawo kampani ey'okulongoosa. Yakitandika nno ng'asaaga okukakana ng'afunye abantu ate era naye n'afuna abantu bakozesa. Mu ssaawa ya leero twagala tumanye aliwa wa waatuuse na biki byafunye mu bizinesi eno. Christine, twakomye ng'ofunye abantu b'okozesa. Omala okubafuna, you said you had 30 people.
Yeah, 30 students.
You got 30 students. So were you able to get 30 clients or?
Yeah, there were more than 30. Yes. When I nkozesa 30 students, we had about 100 clients. Yes. Naye nga tulongosa Saturdays, weekends especially. So I would send one person or two to every client.
So employing people, how are you going to pay them? I understand
per job, but andika nga bari meeting 20% to the company. It wasn't so much money, but they weren't also making so much money. So I was trying to be fair. So if they were working for 30,000, they would send 20% back to the company. Indala ne bazitereka. Now they are on, they get paid per job, depending on how much the client has paid, because since then we increased our prices because of value addition. So I pay them per job. If there are 3, I pay each of them per job.
I think there is a big challenge of trust. So now you have 30 people. Did you know these people? What procedure did you go through to get these employees?
Of course, no one knows their employees one-on-one unless you employ your daughter or son. And still you can never know your son or daughter. Even your relatives can steal from your company.
But at least...
At least, yes, but they can. So I didn't know the people. I just got people who are interested. The people,
it
even
was all
up to
about
now,
trust.
yes. Up to now, they still approach me. They come to my social media. They're like, I like what you do. I think I can work with you. Can I please work with you? So all those 30 people, actually, they came to me. They said, we would like to work with you. And I took them up because they were passionate. But it doesn't remove the trust issues. Of course, you can think, you don't know this person. They might be thieves. They can go to a client's place and steal. They may go to a client's place and harm the baby. But there's also a part where a girl can actually go to a client's place and get raped. So it's a trust issue.
Yeah.
And if you apply trust issues on business, you're never going to work. You will never go to someone's home because you think that something bad may happen to you. Also, someone may never call you because something bad may happen to them. So in the world, you really just need to trust and pray to your God and hope that everything works out.
So did you find any challenges with your first 30 employees?
No.
You didn't?
And I've still not had any issues. Yes. The issues that happen are petty. Maybe someone skipped a windowsill or maybe used a lot of vim and there's like a bit of white in the bathroom. But we haven't had issues of theft. We haven't had issues of assault. We really haven't. Though we've had maybe male clients who hit on the ladies and they're uncomfortable working with them anymore. So we've had those issues and they happen in every workplace. We just have to switch and maybe give them a gentleman, or if it's really persistent, we can drop the client. But it has been maybe 1 or 2 scenarios. So thankfully, we've not really got a lot of problems.
So after getting employees, you're now getting money. How were you able to expand?
The first I feel like 6, 8 to 9 months, we didn't expand because I was paying so much salaries and I wasn't saving. The money I was saving, I was using it for my personal things, for data, for making artwork, you know. Yeah, so it was really difficult to grow in the first few months. But
you were able to grow on social media.
Yeah, with time, we grew on social media. We grew the brand name, and that's what's important. People getting to know you. So after that, then I started saving for machinery. The first machine we bought was a vacuum cleaner. It was about 600,000. And then we got a jet cleaner there in about 5.6 million. So, but we first grew. We grew the brand. We first started working. Then we started buying maybe liquid soap. We used to use other things of other clients, but now we buy our own products. We buy liquid soap, tile cleaners. We buy things for the toilets and everything, and we go with them, which is something we never used to do first. So places where we used to charge 30,000, we now charge about 75. Places where we're charging 60,000, we charge about 120,000 because there's value addition. We use machines, now people are trained, they do better work. We have to buy protective gear, we have to feed the people. When you grow, you realize there's so many things you need to add to the things you do.
So in the process of growing and buying machines, were you able to register your company in those months?
Yes, we did.
It was after buying everything.
No, we don't have everything. You can never have everything.
Okay,
there's always a new
at
machine.
Least most of the things.
Yeah, we bought the basics. There's always a new machine that does something better. So it was later on when I realized we needed to register fully. We had a business name, but we weren't registered, we weren't incorporated. So now we are incorporated, and I realized we needed to get incorporated because big tenders, you need to pay taxes, so you need a TIN number. You need some only pay through the bank account. You can't get a bank account without having a TIN number. You can't have a TIN number without paying KCCA. So you have to pay taxes. So with time I realized we have to do all those things if we need to expand. So we did all that, and now we are operating legally.
Every time you get an idea, there's a friend or someone who believes in your idea and they want to support you. Do you have anyone who supported you when you were just starting?
When I was just starting, I was all on my own.
Yeah, but did you inform anyone?
I did.
Who got interested and maybe joined you?
I informed my friends. Surprisingly, they were all in for it. They're like, yeah, you should try it. I think it's going to be a good idea. So no one looked down on it. Yeah, and surprisingly, my parents actually found out from TV. They just watched my first interview. They said, oh, you do this? I'm like, yeah, I do it. And then they go to find out that I actually do it. So I didn't ask for so much opinion because I know people are very opinionated.
Yeah.
I recently said I wanted to open up a washing, but some people were supportive and others scared me out of it. I actually didn't, because I got a lot of negative feedback. They told me it's expensive to maintain, those boys are going to steal people's car parts and you're going to, they gave me a lot of negativity. So imagine I'd actually solicited for opinions, so much opinions at the beginning. Maybe someone would have told me I started that business and it was terrible. So I didn't ask for so much opinion. I think opinion is good, but start first. See how it goes and ask for help from people who are running the same business, not friends who don't know what's going on.
Gweno mulabi waffe ekyo kyensimbako essira nti oba oli awo bwe nkuleetera omuntu alina kyakola osobola okumanya okuva mu kamwa k'oyo kennyini akola ekintu. Ebiseera ebisinga bwe tuba twagala okubaako kye twetandikira tubuuza mikwano gyaffe egitalina kye gikola oba oli awo tegirina na bumanyirivu ku kintu ky'oyagala okukola, naye gwe weebuuzaako oyo najja kuwa magezi oba oli awo ajja kumalamu essuubi agambe bizinesi eyo tejja kukola oba ki. Naye bw'owulira ebigambo okuva mu muntu akikozeeko kikuwa essuubi, akuwa ekifaananyi ekituufu bizinesi eyo engeri gy'ekolamu. Wenkujjukiriza nti nno woba olina ky'oyagala otandikako weebuuze naye ate sensula mu bintu by'ofuna beweebuuzaako bakuwa amagezi naye londamu ago agakugasa ate agatakugasa obeere ng'ogazza ebbali. Naye nze ekiseera kyonna nja kubanga nkuleeteranga omuntu anaakunnyonnyola biki by'olina okukola na biki by'osobola okwetandikirawo, oba oliawo oba bizinesi ogisiimye nga naye wandyagadde okugyeyungamu oba okugiyingira ng'enjogera bw'eri, osobola okubeera ng'omanya okuva mu kamwa k'oyo akikoze obeeko ky'oyigirako naawe obeeko weetandikira. So tukyagenda maaso n'emboozi ya Christine Joy. Charges ziri zitya?
Charges zitandika nga mu 15,000, 25 laundry to about even 1.5 million depending on how big the job is.
So abantu b'okozesa ndabye ng'olina abantu ab'enjawulo b'okozesa. Omuwala ali eyo nga yandyagadde okweyungako, okyayaniriza abantu abajja okweyungako abaagala okubayigiriza oba oli already boyina bakumala?
No, benina kati like this month bamala. Naye maybe next month, that is August, tugenda kubanga taking up some people. But remember, it's a student program. So balina okubeera students. At least between VAC and campus. Kubanga twagala abantu basavinge, bafune capital to start up their own businesses. That's basically, we don't expect them to clean until they're 30. So, stepping stone for them to start up their own things.
Bizibu ki ebirala by'osanze mu mulimu guno?
Accidents, because sometimes we have to climb into nebibasala, you can fall. Before we had boots and protective gear, people would fall. But now we're trying to eliminate those problems. With time, we're going to have insurance for our cleaners so that at least when they fall and get a cut, then they can go to hospital.
Yeah, I think anyway, I actually think your story is a good one, and I know most girls by nature kuyiga kyebafunyemu. Nkwebaza okuba ng'obadde naffe okuva we twatandikidde okutuusa we tufundikidde program eno. Nkimanyi abantu abasinga omulimu gw'okulongoosa oba ogw'okiliininga muguyisaamu amaaso, mugulabanga omulimu ogwawa wansi, naye Christine Joy asobodde okubeera ng'agufunamu ssente, ate n'ayita ne banne basoma nabo omutima ogw'omulungi, n'ayita banne babadde asoma nabo bamweyungeko ate nabo basobole okwefuniramu akasente. Gwe ali eyo nga naye wandyagadde okujoyininga omulimu guno oba okuba nga weegatta ku Christine oba okuyiga, osobola okumutuukirira n'abaako byakubuulira oba oliawo naawe n'ogukola ate n'okyusa obulamu bwo. Nkwebaza, nze Shira Nakayemba, katusinkane omulundi omulala ku programu yeeno eya Inspire.